Hey everyone, welcome back to the Spike Prime series for First Lego League. In this series, we're building from the ground up, going from basic movement all the way to competition-ready programming. In the last video, we focused on getting the robot to move, driving straight, turning, and controlling speed. If you didn't watch the last video, please go back and do it so you're on track. And today, we're going to take that and make your programs way cleaner, shorter, and easier to fix. Because right now, if you're like most beginners, your code probably works. Last video, I gave you a challenge. Program your robot to drive in a square. Let's go over a clean solution. So, each side of a square is the same. So your code probably looked something like this. Go straight, 30 centimeters, turn left, go straight, turn left, go straight, turn left, go straight, turn left. 4 times. That's a total of 8 blocks. Now, so if we run it, it's going to go straight, turn, go straight, turn, go straight, turn, go straight, turn. As you can see, we're exactly where we started off. And if that was the case for your robot as well, nice job, you got it working. If it didn't, that's completely normal. Small errors add up in robotics. But here's the problem. We're repeating the same thing over and over manually. And that's exactly what today's video fixes. Let's switch from driving to something more FLO realistic. Imagine your robot is grabbing a can and then going backward and letting it go with the claw. And you want it to repeat this whole sequence 3 times. So, without the loop, our code is going to look something like this. So here we want to play a note, I'll say B4, and then we want to close the claw. And then, remember, the drive throttle block, if we put throttle to negative 880, which is a negative value, it's going to move back. And since we don't want it to turn, I'm just going to keep the steering to 0. And let's do this for 0.5 seconds. And then we're going to open the claw. And we do the same thing over and over again 3 times. Alright, that's already getting repetitive. Now imagine doing that 10 or 20 times. It would be pretty annoying. Or imagine moving across multiple missions, repeating the same action at different points, doing identical tasks in different zones of the field. You don't want to rewrite the same blocks again and again and again. Because even though it does what the program says 3 times, even though it does the block sequence 3 times, you would preferably want to say, do this particular sequence a certain amount of times. That's called a loop. This is our loop block. Here, inside, we won't need all the extras. We just need the sequence we wanted to repeat, and we're just going to put repeat 3 times. And it's going to do the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, the code is much shorter. And it does, the robot plays a sound, grabs the can, takes it back, releases it. And it does the whole thing again 3 times without us having to manually write every single time. It's the same result, but it's way cleaner. And here's the crazy part. That would have been 12 blocks repeated 3 times. But the loop is just one structure. And this exact idea doesn't just apply to attachments, it applies to movement too. Let's say you want your robot to move forward in steps. So we want it to go, let's say, 5 times. We want it to go 20 centimeters. Without a loop, you would have to drag this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you run it, it's going to go straight. 2, 3, 4, 5. But with a loop, if you just put repeat 5 times, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does the exact same thing. And if you realize 20 centimeters is wrong and you want it to go 40 centimeters, you can instantly change it without having to change every single one of these numbers. 4, 5. That's why loops are so powerful in robotics. When the robot runs a loop, it's very simple. Repeat 3 means it runs all the blocks inside, which in this case is just go straight 40 centimeters, and, let's just put in a beep. So what it's going to do is it's going to run, go straight, and play beep. So the robot's going to go straight and beep. But because of this repeat block, it's going to say, okay, that's repeat 1. Let's run it again. Go straight, play beep. That's repeat 2. Run them again. Go straight, beep. That's repeat 3. Let's stop. The robot is not thinking. It's just following instructions step by step. Now let's go one step further.